Okay, let's talk about how to test the y-axis to make sure it's running right. There's already a video on how to test the z-axis. So let's make one for the y-axis. All right, so let's use the DMC Smart Terminal, which is that guy right there. And let's open under Tools the Display Data Record. So this is going over here. The steps for testing the y-axis are, first we have to turn the power to the drives on, then we have to turn the motor on, and then we have to release the brake, and then we can move it. So let's follow through these commands. So you got to have your caps locks on your keyboard, and we're going to be typing in this window. If we make any mistakes, it'll show up in this window. And when we tell things to turn on and off, they'll show up over here, and we'll focus on those as we go along. So first thing we're going to do is a set bit 3. S for set, B for bit, and the number 3. So once I hit set bit 3 and I hit enter, there will be an output that turns on over here. Now that's turning on, for some of you, that's turning on power to the servo drives or the motor drives in the back of the machine. Some of you, that's not necessary, but we just do it anyways. All right, so now we've turned the power on to our servo drives. Now we got to tell the y-axis to hold or to turn on, and so we're going to use S for servo, H for hold, and Y for the y-axis. And when I press enter, I will hear the machine make a little noise, and if it's working right and I grab a hold of this guy and I try and move it up, you can hear that. That's the motor counteracting what you're doing. You can see that over here. Let's get rid of that number right there by going up here and putting in DP 0, 0, 0. Okay, so that cleared this screen over here. Now when I push up on the arm, you see those numbers changing? It's saying, hey, you're causing me to move and I need to go back to where I was. And that's the noise, is the electricity. And that's how you know that the motor's doing its job. Okay, if you have a bad motor, it might stop right there and click off and move. So here we go. So now we've got it holding, so the motor's doing its job. Now we got to release the brake. So SB6, set bit 6. 6 is the brake. Press enter and you'll hear a click. Okay, and you'll see that turned on over here. And if you looked at that brake when you did it, you would see those plates move apart from each other, those black plates. All right. Now, set bit 6. Now we want to move it. So the way we move it, it was command position relative, and we want to do that to the y-axis. And how far do we want to go? Well, on most machines, 4,000 is a good number. So we'll just put that in there. Now when I press enter, nothing will happen. This is just loading an instruction into the memory of the motion controller. And now, when I want to do it, I will type B as in boy, G as in girl, or BG is short for begin, and Y. So I want the y-axis to do what I just said. And when I hit enter, you'll hear the machine move, and I'll show it to you again. Okay, and over here, look, it moved to 4,000 like it was supposed to. We told it to move to 4,000. All right. If I want to do it again, I can just type in, because it's got the instruction already in, I'll just do BGY again. And when I focus over here, you'll see the arm move up. Okay? So that's how you know the Y motor's doing what it's supposed to. Now we want to check the homing function. So what we'll do is we'll type in F as in Frank, E as in Echo, also stands for find edge. Find the edge of the home switch, and what axis, the y-axis, and Now, and that's just like that PR command. It just loaded the instruction in. It didn't do anything. Now we got to tell it to do something. BGY. And when we press enter, the head will go. I will do that again. The head will go looking for the home switch and move until it turns the light on, which is hard to see. Oh, there it is right there. Look at that. So we found the home switch. It also, over here on the home input, it says on the Y column, hey, look, we're there, because there's no red box here. So everything's good. So now if we want to turn the arm off, if we want to turn the Y-axis off, the first thing we need to do is we need to set the brake. So clear bit 6 to remove the power from the brake, because remember, the brake turns on when the power goes away. Okay, and it clicked and that output went off, and now the brake has a hold of the cutting head, and now I can say MOY to turn the motor off, and now the motor's off. And now I have to say, okay, clear bit 3 to turn the power off the drives, and now I can close all the software and I can walk away and turn the power off and all that kind of stuff. So there's the commands you can write down. All right. So that's how that all works. Now let's go back. I'm going to turn it back on. I moved the cutting head up off the home switch. So I'm going to set bit 3 to turn the power on. Servo hold Y to turn the motor on. Oh, see that noise? Okay. Now I'm going to do set bit 6 to turn the brake off. And now I'm going to say find edge Y, because I'm already up above the home switch. And now I'm going to say go. And we're going to watch the arm go down. Till that home switch turned on. And that's how that works. Okay, so you can see all the commands I put in right here. So all right, so now I'm going to turn it off. So I'm going to say clear bit 6, motor off Y, clear bit 3. And if I made a typo error, it would say, hey, look, I don't recognize that command. So, and if you want to clear the screen, you can right click on any window and click clear at any time. And that's how that works. Okay.